Ladies and gentlemen, how are you all? We're so excited to be back. Let's see here. Let's get some video going on. And there we are. Welcome to the show. How is everyone? How are you? What is going on? What is new? Who's out there, first off? If you're watching, let us know so we can see who you are and where you're from. I have a feeling some of our regulars might be back. Hello, big kisses back to Anna and Andrea and Andre. Nice to see you back again. Tune real quick. Freddie is just gonna get his tuner so he can get his bass in order, because it's very important to have your instruments in tune before you play. I think Andrea, who is a cello player, would agree with that. If you're out of tune and the band is in tune, then you're gonna have a big problem, aren't you? What note would you like, sir? Oh, you're gonna do it with your. How are things in Canada? Anna loves our window in our city. Oh, well, thank you, Anna. Sadly, we're gonna have to close that window so the light is better in a minute, but we're glad you like the city. We like our city a lot too. Is it still snowing where you are? Can you imagine if it were snowing right now?
Oh God, that'd be the worst.
I'd start crying. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a snow person. Unless I've got really, really warm clothes that won't let me get wet at all. That sounds good. That sounds really good.
Goodbye, city.
Bye, city. Now we're in another mother world. Not too much, not too much. Don't cover up your mouth, but give some space here. This is Freddie's mama painted this, and I get so sad when it's covered. I love to see that. So, Freddie, how should we start the show?
It's laying on my tongue. What are you gonna do? Do always the same thing every show, and I keep forgetting it. How do we start our show?
I don't know how to start a show. It's raining in Quebec, by the way. It's raining here too.
It's raining a little here. Oh, we start with a beginning song. Man,
we always forget. We always forget to
Always
start
the same.
with the beginning. Ready, set, 1, 2, 3. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the show. 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 Welcome to the show. We're really happy you're here, and we've got a fun show planned, don't we, Freddie?
Yes.
What are we gonna do? What do we got there?
Under this children's clothing, I suppose.
Yes, we're cleverly hiding the instrument under one of my son's shirts, one of my son's painting shirts. Sometimes he comes over here to paint, and
So it has something to do with this, and something to do with this here, and I think we're gonna reveal it real quick. So
Wow.
just grab one of these, and we just
1,
flip it
2, 3. This is a snare drum. Freddie, can you bring it a little bit closer to the camera
Of course.
so they can see what a snare drum is?
Oh, it's behind the light.
Oh,
So there it is. This is the back side. And this is the front side. And
you can see it's got a lot of parts to it.
oh
It's not-
yeah.
You know, there are certain drums. Hold on, I'll get our other. Let me slide by. You have certain drums that are kind of simple, right?
Yeah.
I mean, simple. It's a complicated thing. A drum.
It is. It's a lot of stuff here.
But if we compare it to, for example, what do you call this?
A frame drum.
This is a frame drum. Okay, it's got a simple wooden frame. And then it's got a synthetic head here that is attached by this fabric. But if we bring the snare, look at, there are so many components to this snare. We have what's called the top head. Okay. We have a metal rim.
That's right.
We have things called tension rods, which we can use to tighten and tune the drum.
You can tune a drum.
That's right.
All right.
And then
Flip it over.
that's right. We have the snare head. These are the snare wires. Why don't you get a little bit? Actually, no, I'll zoom. Let me come around you.
Yep.
And sorry, buddy. Let me come around. I don't want to hurt the bass. Don't hurt the bass, guys. Whatever you do, don't hurt the bass. All right. We're gonna bring you in here. Come here. Come on, closer. Come a little bit closer. There we go. Okay, so now we can look. Oh, Anna and Andre are excited about the drums. So this is the snare wire. This gives the snare that signature sound.
And you can even talk with it and it will vibrate.
It's almost like Freddie's favorite instrument, a kazoo.
No, it isn't.
Now, what's one thing that's very interesting about the snare is you can control it into basically two different modes, if you will. So if we turn this, you're going to see
there's a
lever.
switch.
The switch, which is called the throw off. And so right now, that we have the snare sound, but if we hit the switch, if we hit the throw off, now it has a very, very different sound.
So because this is hanging loose in this position, the snare is a little bit like
the frame drum.
The frame drum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So
now I see.
So it's a very, very interesting instrument. It's such an important instrument. Oh, let me push you guys back. Go on back. Go on back. Get back.
Get back.
Get back.
Great song
There
of the
we go.
Beatles.
And James Brown.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, that would actually be Get on the Good Foot. Get back to people. Get back to hit me.
James Brown. We have to talk about him too in the future.
Well, speaking of drums, I believe the most sampled sound in all of hip hop is from Funky Drummer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think at least as of a few years ago.
The more you know.
That was the most sampled sound in all of hip hop. It's really cool stuff.
Wow.
Oh, Anna asked a good question. Okay, so I'm going to throw that comment up for everybody to see. Anna asked if it's plastic or skin. Anna, that's such a good question. In this case, this is a synthetic drum. Now, we're actually going to take this off again because our heads are made of two different materials. If you look at... So now I've got to bring you back again.
Here we go.
Extra
for Anna.
Silly guy, extra for Anna. Okay, so if you look, this head is clear, smooth, synthetic.
Yeah.
Okay? But this head... Listen, is textured. Okay? If I do this...
Sounds like wind, if you ask me.
That's right.
Or like the ocean.
And if I do this, I don't get the same kind of sounds. Now, I am not what you would call an expert at the drums. I'm not even a beginner at the drums, though I will be taking some lessons from our guest from last season, Mr. Dominic Bach. I've arranged that to happen.
Oh, right.
But there are big differences between skin drums and synthetic drums, of course. Now, one of the things people like about drums made out of skin is that many people feel like it has a more warm tone, a more authentic tone, maybe
a more unique sound.
Yeah. But when it comes to practical day-to-day music, it can be difficult because drums that use skin, they are very temperamental when it comes to the weather, okay? And they also need a lot more TLC, which stands for tender love and care. Where is our marker? We don't have our
tender love
TLC,
and care.
TLC. We don't have one.
It's like PYT.
PYT, that's a different thing. But drums with skin, they need a lot more TLC when it comes to tuning. So a real djembe, for example, is made of animal skin and it's tightened with ropes. And they're beautiful sounding instruments. But if you're using them daily and you're traveling with them and you're gigging with them, you're going to need to do a lot of work to make sure that they are play ready. So these are some of the differences between a skin drum and a synthetic drum. And thank you, Freddie. So remember, and our acronym of the day is TLC, which stands for Tender Loving Care. All right. The synthetic drums are really nice because they last a long time and they're much easier to maintain. We have something called a drum key.
A drum key?
A drum key.
But you don't have to open it up.
Well, you can. I mean, we can actually, you know what? We should actually do a video about opening this up. But we have this little device here, and we use this on the tension rods to maybe replace the head or make them tighter or tune the drums so that the top head and the snare head have the same tone. Okay. So there you go, Anna. I hope that answers your question. And guys, please keep bringing us questions. If you have any questions, answer. If we know, we will answer it. If we don't know, we will find out the answer.
So how about we do a song with it?
Song?
What do you think? Since this is a music instrument,
I mean, it is a music instrument.
I'd recommend we just play along with it, huh?
I agree.
So just grab your guitar and let's do something, right?
All right. Okay.
So where's the shirt? Would you give me the shirt of your lovely son? I think it's your son's.
It's my son. That's not. It's not my shirt. I mean,
it doesn't. You know.
I could try it on.
Look at him.
But I don't know if that would.
No. That would look a little bit strange. So,
all right. So we prepared a little song for you. It's. Okay. Make your snare sound like a fire. Keeps you warm and gets clothes drier.
What did he sing? What did he sing? You sing about fire?
Well, this is a good opportunity. Okay, this is a good opportunity.
Okay.
When we're doing this, Freddie's going to use the drum. When Freddie starts to use the drum, I want you to close your eyes and imagine the sound of the word that we're trying to produce. Okay?
Good idea, guy. Let's try it out.
Let's try it. All right, so
let's begin with the song again.
All right,
and do the switcheroo between these two. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Make your snare drum sound like fire. Gets you warm and gets clothes drier. How can it sound like fire?
I want you to close your eyes and
close your eyes. Make your snare drum sound like a march, like a band walking through the arch.
Oh, like a march. A march? You mean a march like this?
Yes. That sounded like some people marching, didn't it?
Huh.
Did that sound like a march to you? It sounded like a march to me.
Yeah, totally.
All right.
So what do you got? What's next?
Oh, next one.
So we got the fire and the marching.
We got a fire and we got a march. Now we're going to try the next one. Make your snare drum sound like a clock as it ticks and then it talks.
Clock.
Let's see if you can hear it talk. Can you hear and see it talk now? Come on.
Clock.
Or a clock.
Clock
talk.
goes tick. A clock.
Tick-tock.
Tick.
It goes ticking and it goes talk.
Goes ticking and goes talking. Like.
I feel like I'm in detention in school again. That sounded like a cool clock.
It sounded like a clock indeed.
A clock like that, you'll never go to sleep.
I bet.
All right. Here's
so
another
what's next? What's next?
Okay. Make your snare drum sound like rain. All the flowers grow again. How could a drum sound like rain, Freddie?
I got an idea.
You got an idea? Is this?
Glad you're inside.
Oh wow, I want to get my umbrella.
How does the rain sound like in Quebec?
That sounds like a very strong rain that's coming on. Make your snare drum sound like the ocean, like a whale in constant motion.
Like a whale in constant.
Like a whale in constant motion. How can we make it sound like the ocean?
Got an idea.
You got an idea?
I'm gonna use these brushes here. Watch out.
I feel like I'm all wet. That's amazing. That sounded like... Hello, Thomas.
This sounds great.
Okay.
What do you got? What do you got?
I think we got one more. We got
One
one
more?
more. We got one more.
One more?
All right. Okay.
Okay.
You ready? You ready?
I'm always ready.
Make the rain sound like the wind. Sailing through the long days end. How can the drum sound like the wind? Listen closely.
Almost like the ocean, right?
Very close.
Very close.
You know, the wind moves the ocean.
But instead of using the brushes, I just decided to use my palm and just do like this.
Wow, that's a
Wow, like how many sounds were there? So we got the fire. What was the fire again?
Well, hold on, wait. We gotta sing the song. No?
Let's do that at the very end.
Okay. All right.
So let's wrap it up again. What just happened?
So let's hold on. Oh, you know what Anna just said?
Again, a question from
No,
Anna.
she said something very cool. She said, "Oh my goodness, it sounds like all of those things. Isn't it amazing? You can make so many sounds with one thing, Anna."
It was
I love it too.
it was just the drums, and we might have changed some techniques and some different types of sticks, but in the end, yeah. Thank you very much. So what was the start? What was the third thing we started with? Was it
The first thing we started with was fire. So
I thought it was the beginnings. Oh no, yeah, the fire. I'm sorry.
The fire. We start with fire. Okay, so sorry, I keep pulling you guys in and out. Come back over here. Come back. You guys see this. All right,
Very
Freddie,
dynamic session
First
today.
off, that's not the fire stick.
Oh, that's not the fire
It's
stick.
not the fire stick.
Oh,
Freddie.
yeah.
Freddie, show them the fire stick.
The
Or
fire
the stick you
sticks.
use to make the fire.
Yeah.
Get up close to the camera and see.
These are called the hot rods, and if we compare it with a normal stick like this, can you zoom a little bit more?
I'm going to zoom a little bit more. Keep it in the light.
Yeah, I keep it in the light.
Anna will definitely make the ocean again.
Yeah.
wanna
We're
show
gonna do it.
We just want to show you
So
the difference between these sticks.
this is a normal stick right here, as you can see, and the hot rods, they look like this. Imagine you put together a lot of very thin chopsticks, and they make this sound if you...
Or shish kebab sticks. Like, you
Yeah.
ever made a shish kebab?
Yeah.
These are all, I'm sure these are, I think these are bamboo.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure these are made of bamboo.
And, we can do that with our hands, but we can also put them on the snare drum and just do the same thing. So I twist and turn it. And it sounds like the sound of a fire. At least to my ears and to Anna's ears. Guy was skeptical first.
I was.
But once he closed his eyes,
I did.
He, let his imagination flow.
I did. I certainly did.
So that was the fire sound. So what was the second thing?
The second sound was a march, and we're going to need the shirt for that.
Oh, yeah, because it's a little loud.
And for the march, we used, or Freddie used, a more traditional drumstick.
Yeah. And I just did a pattern that goes like this. And for I always like switch the hands. We call it hand to hand. So it was So I always do left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. And I try to hit on the same position to get the same kind of static sound as people would march.
Hold on, Freddie. Let's back up. Let's back up for a second. You just said something very interesting.
Yep.
Static sound.
Yep. Static sound.
Static sound. Now, first off, what Freddie, let's recap what he just said. He just said that he tries to hit at the same spot every time so that he gets a consistent sound or a static. When we say a static sound, we're not talking about static electricity. Ow! We're not talking about that. When we say static, we mean constant. We mean the same. So if Freddie is trying to get that marching sound, the best thing he can do is stay in the same spot. What happens if you play it in two different spots, Freddie?
Everything would sound a little bit, how do you say, random or
not? It just won't sound as consistent. Yeah.
So
okay.
So let's do the static sound again.
Perfect. Now, moving on to the clock. Let's go to the clock.
The clock.
Now, Freddie's going to still use the same drumsticks, but he's going to now use the rim of the drum, this metal part that goes around, which is called the rim. He's going to use that to make a very cool noise.
So one stick is kind of resting on the rim, and the other one is hitting the rim like this. So the other one, the tick is this, and the tock is this. One more time.
Do it one more time. Now, for the rain, Freddie switched the throw off.
Yep.
So that the snare wire is now not hitting the bottom head.
It's just loose.
Okay? So now we can get that nice rain sound.
And you can make it heavier by just tipping harder and faster.
And now, Anna's favorite, the ocean. Anna, of course we can make the ocean sound for you again. Now, this is something called a brush. Okay, this is a drum brush.
You can't brush your teeth with it.
I
wouldn't recommend it.
And I probably wouldn't paint with it either.
That's right. Oh, that'd be interesting.
And I wouldn't brush my hair with it either.
That's true.
Okay.
So.
And I wouldn't use it as a soap brush either. That would be really hurt. No, thank you.
No,
absolutely not.
And,
don't do that.
And what I'm doing is, I'm just drawing an egg on the top part of the drum.
Leave it up. I'm going to zoom in. Show them the pattern.
Yeah. It goes like.
And do you notice when he's going from the top circle, he goes a little bit faster and then he slows it down. A little bit faster. Because if you've ever sat by the ocean, there's sort of a rhythm to the way the waves break. And sometimes it's real slow, and then everything comes and crashes all at once. And then, of course, we had the wind, which was made in a similar way to how we made the ocean sound. But instead of using a tool, an external tool, Freddie used his hand, and he also, are we turning the snare back on?
Yep.
Yep.
And I used my palm, and I wasn't using any sticks like with the rain, and I just drew a different picture. So instead of an egg, I'm drawing one very big circle, and two fast ones that are a little smaller. Big one again, and small, small, big.
And Anna
small,
just made another very good observation. Anna said, when you hit on the side of it, when you were hitting on the rims, that it sounded like a horse with horseshoes.
Oh,
yeah. Let's try to make a galloping, or do a trot, a nice slow horse. We're going through the beautiful Quebec City, and we're going up on the cobblestones up to the castle. But then all of a sudden, robbers have appeared, and we have to go a little bit faster, horsey, faster. And now there are more robbers. We've got to go super fast. We've got to get a message to the castle, and we get through the gates, and we made it, and we can relax. That was close.
Imagine the horse stopping on the floor like. Cool. That's a nice idea. Thanks for that.
That was great.
Wow. So.
Well,
I think that was the last sound we.
That was the last sound. So we should finish that song.
Yeah. So I think let's do it. Let's do it from the top, and at the end of the song, might have a surprise for you.
All right. But we're going to do a little bit faster.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
We're darn near out of time.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, it's time flies.
Every time it starts to be fun, then time flies by so fast.
All right, so here we go. Ready?
I'm ready.
2, 3.
Make your snare drum sound like fire. Keeps you warm and gets clothes drier. Make your snare drum sound like a march as the band walks through the arch. Make your snare sound like a clock as it ticks and as it talks. Make your snare drum sound like rain. Watch the flowers grow again.
The rain covered you.
The rain got me. Jimmy. That should have been grown. Jimmy. Make the snare drum sound like the ocean, like a whale in constant motion. Make the snare drum sound like wind sailing through the long days.
One, two, 3. These are sounds a snare can do. See if you can make him too. That was very off key.
Let's try that one more time.
Because playing the snare drum is very hard.
Scramble your brain. Let's try it again. Let's try that again. Let's get it nice. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
These are sounds a snare can do. See if you can make him too.
That was nice. That was nice. It was better.
So how much time do we have left?
Well, we
I
gotta
could talk all day about the snare drum. You got any questions? Any recommendations?
Oh, Andrea's
wishes?
here. Hey, Andrea. Hey, Max. We didn't see you there. Max, how you doing? Did you enjoy the sounds of the drum? We hope you're having a great day, bud. That's so neat. I didn't realize that Andrea was there. She said that Max was enjoying our lesson yesterday.
Oh, cool.
Well, if you guys have any questions, we'd love to answer them. You're free to do that. And by the way, Andrea and also Anna and all you guys, if you are, we got two Andreas. That's so cool. We've got Andrea Brendel and we've got Andrea Tudor. And Anna said, "Yay! Good job, Freddie, for getting the last note. Good job."
Woo!
If you've noticed, today we're using a slightly different program to broadcast our show. This program allows us to do something special. Now, we tried to do it with Justin the other day, and we had a couple of tweaks to work out, but it allows us to have guests on the show. So maybe if one day you wanted to come on and ask us some questions live in the future, you'd be welcome to do so. I'd say we just have to talk about it in advance, and we'd have to tell you what to do so there's no echo or feedback. But we'd love to have folks who are on, who want to be on and talk to us and ask some live questions. Andrea says that they are playing a pandeiro together. A pandeiro? Do you know what that is?
Could you explain that to the audience?
Andrea, can you tell us what that is? We don't know what that instrument is. Now, one thing I think is important for us to note about that you can learn about this wonderful instrument, if you learn anything from today, okay, it's that one object can make many different sounds. Today we were focused on the drum, but Freddie's bass makes a bunch of different sounds. My guitar makes a bunch of different sounds.
It's true.
It's really neat what you can create if you use your imagination a little bit, and very importantly, experiment. You know,
half of our life is experimenting, to be honest. Half of our life is experimenting. I was experimenting if the snare drum holds like this, and
it doesn't.
it doesn't.
It doesn't. But it does. You can if you. Can I show you a trick?
Yeah, just show me.
All right. First off,
so I don't have to experiment anymore.
Everything's going haywire. Everything's going haywire. Okay.
It's life.
So what you can do is you can actually.
Oh, you can angle it.
You can tilt it.
Oh, dude.
Right? Yeah.
That's perfect. Oh.
Tambourine. They're playing the tambourine together. That's really good. I think they meant pandeiro, I guess is another word for tambourine.
We can look that up.
I've
never heard of pandeiro.
You know, Freddie and I think it's a cool instrument, but we also find it very difficult to play because there are really two sounds that a tambourine makes. There's the sound that you make when you hit it on impact, but then there's a residual sound of the little tiny cymbals on it. So it's kind of a hard one for us to wrap our brains around.
Maybe we're gonna talk about that in the future, because at some point everybody has to play the tambourine.
At some point, everybody's got to play the tambourine.
That's right.
True. So, folks, that's about it for us. We're really happy to be back for season 2. We have put up a link in the description and as well as in the comments on Facebook at least. But if you enjoy the show and you're new, we've got a digital tip jar that helps us sort of get going through this time, and you know what you guys donated helped us buy the snare drum so we could do that. So, but otherwise, if you're enjoying the show, please tell other people, tell other parents. If you're in some Facebook groups or some other parent groups, and people are looking for things for their kids to do and learn, that's not just watching SpongeBob SquarePants. My son told me that SpongeBob brushes his eyeballs yesterday.
Oh,
yeah.
gross.
Yeah, that's what I'm dealing with.
We are not brushing our eyeballs.
Don't brush your eyeballs.
No.
Okay, it's not a good thing. So if you're worried about things like that happening, because now I have to deal with that, send them to us. We promise to tell your children not to brush their eyeballs.
Guaranteed, 100%.
I mean, I know getting them to play the drums is marginally better than brushing their eyeballs.
We might lose the melody or the lyrics, but we're never going to do that.
We'll never do that. So, thank all of you for hanging out with us. It's so nice to be back. And we're going to end with our ending song, which goes like this.
2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Goodbye,
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 we'll see you next time. Goodbye,
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 we'll see you next time. Goodbye,
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 we'll see you next time. Goodbye,
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 goodbye.
we'll see you next time. We'll see you guys tomorrow. What are we doing tomorrow? We have a plan. We have a plan. I know we wrote it.
Always have a
We
plan.
have a plan. We have a plan tomorrow. We
We're s-
definitely have a plan. We wrote it down.
We're still in the snare kind of.
We're kind of
The snare mood. So
We're gonna do something fun tomorrow. How's that?
Of course.
You like that?
It's always
Okay,
fun.
It's always fun. Hey, Andrea,
Thanks
thank
for
you and
tuning
Max
in.
so much. You are great. It's so wonderful that you guys are tuning in. And Anna and Andrea and Andre, I love you and I love you too. We both love you too, Anna. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Oh, and for Anna, we're gonna do an outro ocean.
Oh,
sound.
we'll do an ocean outro. That's cool. Bye-bye.
Can you do some dove sounds?
What?
Doves?
It's a dove.
Like the birds?
Dove.
Dove. I'm
What's a
sorry.
dove?
Dove.
Caw, caw. No, that's a seagull. You mean seagull?
Just do whatever sound.
Seagulls are not pretty birds. Ah! That's a crow.
But that's a crow.
Caw! 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 Caw!
It's hard to do. We're working on the dove.
Bye, everybody.